promised myself I was going to be a good girl today. Okay, let's start over. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada on this wonderful Wednesday, June 9th, 2021. Always a pleasure. Thank you for your listenership. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for your time. Thank you for starting your day off with us here at the GBN. Those of you joining us on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11 and 20. Good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, and all the folks joining us on Party Grenada and Go To Fet Facebook pages. Thank you so very, 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 very much. Good morning to all the viewers and listeners across the Caribbean, whichever part of the region you are. Let's name 5: Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Anguilla. We starting in the north. We naming 5. Good morning to all the Caribbean islands near and far. A spicy Grenadian 473 morning to each and every one of you. And those of you tuned in internationally, thank you so very much for joining us. Those of you in England, those of you in Afghanistan, to all the folks joining us in Canada, all the folks joining us in Denmark, and all the folks joining us in Hungary. Go through the alphabet of mine. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, or having a good day, have had a good day. Thank you so very much for starting your day off here with us on the GBN, or ending your day with us here at the GBN. All right, let's get into it. It's time for this morning's Word of the Day.
Come on, y'all, help me say it.
Goodbye to my pain and my sorrows. This morning's word of the day is predilection. Predilection. It's spelled Predilection. Predilection. It's a noun which means a tendency to think favorably of something in particular, partially, or your preference. Predilection. A tendency to think favorably of something, partiality, or preference has several origins. One is Middle French, and from the second half of the 15th century, another is Italian predilezione from the early 17th century, and the final source is the rare medieval Latin noun which dates from the 10th century. Predilection entered English in the first half of the 17th century. An example of the use of the word: it turns out that Swedes have an unlikely predilection for the American South. Another example of the use of the word: now a study has found clues to the brain's predilection for the positive, identifying regions that may fuel this optimism bias by preferentially responding to rosier information. The word of the day this morning is predilection. It's spelled Predilection. It is a noun which means a tendency to think favorably of something in particular, partiality, or preference. Predilection. That's the word of the day this morning as you go about your wonderful Wednesday. And this morning's thought of the day that I want you to carry through. When I give all the thoughts, it doesn't just be for the day. Some of them could really last a lifetime. But the thought for today is: remember to take care of yourself. Sometimes you get so busy helping others, you forget that you are important too. Remember to take care of yourself. Sometimes you get so busy helping others, you forget that you are important too. It is important for self-care, self-love. A lot of people use Sundays as self-care Sunday, whether it's to take a little hour off, whether it's to take a little nap, a manicure, a pedicure, whatever it is you need to do to take care of you, you do that. Even if it's just one day a week, we get so burned out and so tired. Husband okay, wife okay, the kids okay, mommy okay, everybody okay, but you just dragging along because you're not taking care of self. Say no more. I'll be taking some time off today. I'm going to take care of myself today. I'm going to put aside the responsibilities. The kids going to take care of themselves, or Nana going to take care of the kids. I'm going to self-love today. So mommy, prepare for another extra hour of babysitting, because Blossom gonna be taking care of herself today. Remember to take care of yourself. Sometimes you get so busy helping others, you forget that you're important too. Even if it's to just read a book, watch your favorite thing on TV, eat a meal in quiet without having to share with the little ones or with the spouse. Whatever you need to do, take a walk down the road, spend some time in the veranda, you alone meditating, play a game on your phone, a game on your tablet. Just take care of you, at least for an hour, at least for one day a week. Take care of yourself, rejuvenate yourself, revitalize yourself. You can't help others if you can't help yourself. So that's the thought of for the rest of your life, not for the day, but for the rest of your life. That's the thought. All right, let's see what is celebrated today. Let's skip what's celebrated today. We're going to skip what's celebrated today and get right into some information. Yes, look, we're skipping that. This morning at 9 a.m., Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell will facilitate a press conference with members of the media. And that he is expected to cover a number of topics as he continues his monthly engagements with members of the media. I am not sure which media houses or freelancers will be in attendance at the news conference. However, I do know that it will be carried live from 9 a.m. on GBN platforms, which means there is no To The Point program this morning, as we will facilitate the broadcast of the media engagement with Prime Minister Mitchell. So again, no To The Point program today as we broadcast Prime Minister Mitchell's press conference with members of the media from 9 a.m. on GBN platforms. According to the Government Information Service, he is expected to touch on a variety of issues of national and regional importance. So keep that in mind. Tune in from 9 a.m. to hear from the nation's leader some of the latest developments as he engages with members of the media. All right, and that's it. Before we go to the I'm finished with the PM looks. Before we go to the news, last night the Spice Boys hosted Montserrat in their final encounter of the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and unfortunately we came out with a loss. We took the lead in the early part of the game. I think it was the 52nd minute of the game when, of course, Cedra Lewis, prolific goal scorer, found the back of the net, taking the lead. However, succession of goals, a quick succession. I think 57th and the 59th minute, Lyle somebody found the back of the net in the 85th and 87th minute. Lyle Taylor in the 85th and 87th minute, giving Montserrat the victory 2-1, and bringing an end to Grenada's campaign in the World Cup. They finished 4th on the 5-team table with 1 win and 3 losses. Congratulations to the guys. Nevertheless, not the result that we wanted, but they still made a good showing of themselves. Training under COVIDious times can never be easy. So bless up the Spice Boys. Better luck next time. All right, it's now time for us to get ready for the morning edition of news and highlights of last evening's newscast. It's Good Morning Grenada on a wonderful Wednesday. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Montreal, it's time to line virtually one more time. Gemma Rayburn Baines here for Spice Island Cultural Festival, a celebration of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. This summer's festival is a celebration of life with food, fashion, music, and culture. Join us online Saturday, July 10th, 3 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube at Spice Island Cultural Festival. Info, spiceislandculturalday.com.
If it's tech, we got it. If it's an appliance, we've got that too. Dad, if you want it, you should get it this Father's Day at Quartz. Quartz has unbeatable prices, up to 30% off selected products. So whatever you want, you should get it. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Allegations of police brutality are being made by a female residing in St. David. Candy Joseph is demanding justice following what she calls total abuse of power, allegedly by 3 law enforcement officials. Details in this report.
Candy Joseph, a resident of Lasaja St. David, sought the help of the media to highlight an alleged incident she calls police brutality, which occurred last Friday night near her home. The young mother said after flogging her 2 children, 12 and 14 years old, earlier that day, the children subsequently went to hide by a neighbor. She said that approximately after 10 p.m. that night, she awoke to police officers at her door.
The 4th day of June, I was already in my bed, and while lying there, I heard like somebody was calling out to me, "Good night, good night." I woke up, and then while coming outside, I heard one of the persons say, "Good night, this is St. David Police Station." So I came out and I opened the door. When I opened the door, I realized there was 3 male police officers. So they tell me that they got a report stating that I put out my children. So I explained to them, I say, well, that's not true. And I explained to them what had really transpired, you know. So the officer say, okay, well, that's not the report they really got. It was something different. Somebody called and say that I put the children out that hour. I suspected it was a neighbor. So at the same time the police left, I came outside and I saw that a group of them was standing down, lower down from where I'm living. So I went down there and I was telling them about, you know, look what they're doing. How you all could do such thing like that. After the police left, I came down here. Them girls, them was sitting, the neighbor and the others, they were sitting right there. So we was more like this way. So me and the young lady that got in the argument, we was like this way. So the police will probably come back up. I probably see them, but show my back turn and already paying attention. So when most of the fight broke out. So I bowed to my back now and the officer had me in my neck. One of the officers grabbed me from behind and grabbed me from my neck and was holding me so tight. And while he grabbed me from behind and was squeezing me so tight, the other 2 officers start throwing blow to my face. I get slapped, I get punched in the eye. But if you look at under my eye properly, you see one is darker than one. That's from one of the blow that I got. To tell you the honest truth, if I remember which one did it, I really don't know, because it was both of them just pointing cough and slap to my face. My breast was literally out, and my breast like was literally in the officer's hand. How he had me, my panty was outside. I was totally exposed. So them leave her now. And the officer just took me. So I ain't know everything, and I just go over, just throw me over there on the ground. I got up and I come back out. One in blue that I didn't recognize, he threw me over there.
Joseph says it was bad enough that the 3 male officers accosted her, but the way she was handled almost put her health at risk. After recently undergoing surgery, she claimed the manhandling she was subjected to left her with a reopened wound.
Oh, after doing the surgery, because of what happened, how it squeezed me so tight in the belly, I guess it ruptured the surgery. Kind of affected it, you know. And days after, I was noticing like little bleeding and stuff and things like that.
Joseph said she went to police headquarters in St. George to file a report, but feels as if she's being carried through a rigmarole. She's hoping that the matter can be addressed so that no one else will suffer the same fate.
And that from that day, I took it to higher authorities and went on the 4th. The officer on desk told me them I need to speak to, and them I need to lay out the complaint to. So they gave me the doctor papers. I went out and I get the doctor papers and stuff. And I went in and I gave them the report to the officers. And from listening to the officers, what I was getting out of them is like they're already finding ways to make up for what happened. And I feel the way I felt after leaving there and while being there, I feel like I already get the feeling that there wasn't going to be proper justice. I really like for the police or the Commissioner of Police and the government of Grenada to do the excessive necessary that they need to do or set in place to ensure that these officers doesn't go about doing this thing to other people.
GBN visited the St. David police station to inquire about the initial report of the incident and was referred to the Community Relations Department. We were promised a follow-up into the alleged report as the officers on duty at the time the report was made were absent. 1 week ago, police arrested and charged one of their own after a civilian reported abuse against the officer. Corporal of Police Kenny Harry was charged for the offense of grievous harm following an alleged incident between himself and a resident of Pearl St. Andrew that occurred on February 13, 2021. Harry was granted bail in the amount of $10,000 with one surety. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
The head of the Community Relations Department is appealing to members of society who solicit the services of the RGPF to let the law take its course. Details in this report.
Superintendent Vannie Kerwin, head of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, is calling on members of the public to work alongside the police and give them an opportunity to do their jobs following Monday's stabbing death of Lindy Skinner Maureen. Her death followed an issue concerning money owed to her alleged killer, Calvin Frank, which was due to be paid the evening of the incident, a matter which was resolved by the members of the South St. George Police Station minutes before the murder occurred. Despite the mediation provided by the officers and agreement being made among the parties involved, the accused did not see out his end of the agreement to wait until Monday evening. Superintendent Kerwin is appealing to individuals who seek help from the police to trust their judgment.
Everything is instant. We know that we are living in an instant society, but not everything happens instantly. And I think, people just need to be patient. People just need to be tolerant. If you make a report to the police, give the police an opportunity to do what needs to be done. We do give feedback, and if you don't hear from us, we ask that you call in into the station where you make the report.
Superintendent Kerwin said if after making a report, one is not pleased with the manner in which it has been resolved, a report can be made to the Community Relations Department against the police officers.
And if you think you have called in and you are not satisfied, the Community Relations Department is set up to be able to look into our delays, our unprofessional conduct, and everything else that affects the smooth and fluid flow of transaction from the police to the public. So it's unfortunate. As you rightfully said, it's just a matter of minutes, an hour have not yet even elapsed, and here we are.
Lindy Skinner Maureen was stabbed to death, allegedly over $150 she owed to the accused man Calvin Frank, who remains in police custody. No charge has been laid against him. For GBN News, Beverly.
On Monday, Grenada recorded its first homicide following a brutal stabbing incident in Jonglei, St. George. Lindy Skinner Maureen, a food vendor, is the victim, and one of the people most scarred by this incident is her young daughter, who witnessed the horrific attack, receiving injuries herself. Now, according to Superintendent Kerwin, preliminary investigations revealed that the accused, Calvin Frank, reported to police at the South St. George police station that the victim owed him $150 and requested police assistance. Our analyst tonight is consulting clinical psychologist Dr. Augustine Panchu. Welcome, Dr. Panchu.
Thank you for having me.
Now, after a gruesome incident similar to Monday's, Dr. Panchu, how can we help or encourage people to choose non-violence acts to resolve disputes? Are we missing something as a people?
I would agree with you when you suggest or seem to ask, are we missing something? Yes, we're missing something. There is a better way, a more productive way, a positive way to resolve conflict. And I think sometimes people are too easy to display the emotions of anger and rage. And what we saw yesterday is an indication that the individual did not engage his cognitive thinking, rational thinking capacity. It resulted in our very first homicide for the year. Very gruesome. 2 families are mourning. We have a young a young lady who witnessed the gruesome slaying of a mother who inevitably will be scarred for the rest of her life going on into adulthood. She is going to require a considerable amount of psychological help and therapeutic help. So what we saw was a display of anger, unabated anger and rage. And so sometimes what happens, the way the mind works is that when the body perceives danger, and sometimes danger does not have to be real. It could be based upon the early experiences of trauma or childhood trauma. Something is triggered and the body now reacts and it produces adrenaline that sets the heart rate beating faster. It's adrenaline is really glucose, blood sugar, simple sugar to give you energy. And when that happens, it blurs your vision. It thwarts your thinking. You become dizzy. That's why in an argument or in the heat of a fight or an intense discussion, we can literally black out. We can literally lose sense of time and reality. And that's why very often we say people who experience these kinds of feelings that they experience temporary insanity. And what we saw yesterday was the failure of one person to engage their rational thinking capacity of the brain. And we had the tragic result as we did.
Indeed, and so sad. In terms of any tips, and are there any differences in terms of this type of temporary insanity you describe with males versus females when it comes to crimes that we've seen over the past few years? And how can we start addressing these issues? Is it something that can be addressed in the moment? If I'm feeling angry, I can bring myself to a level of awareness, or do we need to start that level of awareness much earlier, in whether it's in schools?
Okay, so there are a multiplicity of questions that can take me.
I know.
But let me say, yes, it is very difficult. It is very, very difficult to disengage when our bodies and our minds are in a stress response mode. When the adrenaline and the cortisol are being produced, it is very difficult sometimes to pull apart and engage rational thinking. So the question you ask becomes very, very important. Can we and how do we engage before we reach the point of seemingly no return? This is where self-discipline and rational thinking come into play. If we start at a convenient age, and it doesn't matter whether it is childhood, teenager, or adult, we must start to think rationally. We must start to think empathetically. We must start putting ourselves in the position of other people. Our central nervous system engages, and it engages the brain to feel and to consider life as precious. So these are virtues, and these are things that we can train our mind to engage itself so that when situations become difficult, when we are engaged in an argument, when we engage in a conflict and there seems to be no end, we have already trained the brain and the body to respond, to walk away, or to disengage, or to run away, or to say, let's do this another time. So this is not what happened. What happened there was a full-blown, expressive disengagement of reality and rational thinking that ended the way it did. But yes, we can train ourselves, and we can train the brain, and we can train ourselves to respond in more productive and positive ways when we are in a conflict situation.
Thank you so much for your response. Our analyst for tonight, Dr. Augustine Panchu, a regular face on the GBN platforms. Always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much.
There are unconfirmed reports from Carriacou of a missing fisherman at sea. Police say they have not received any such report up to news time about this matter. The name of the alleged missing man was given to GBN. However, it is being withheld until further details are confirmed. The man is from mainland Grenada and was working on a fishing vessel from Petit Martinique. Reports are that the man left the island sometime Monday night and did not return. Agriculture and Fisheries Senator Roderick St. Clair temporarily withdrew a motion to be retabled at another sitting that calls for the establishment of quarterly timelines for activities and projects under the estimates of revenue and expenditure for 2021. All this after the leader of government's business in the Senate failed in his bid for a complete withdrawal of the motion.
Labour Senator Andrew Lewis says the Labour movement's motion seeks to ensure that government stays the course, as was outlined when the shares were initially repurchased from WRB. Pointing to government's selection of a board of directors to manage the affairs of Grenlec, Lewis says he hopes the team will be led with professionalism and not be influenced by political considerations.
Because the board of directors sets policies, or follow the policies of the annual general meetings. Yes, it is important that the composition of the board be such that it is driven by competency, qualifications, and the ability to do the job. All of these must lend itself, Mr. President, for the proper functioning of soap price and asset.
The Senator is advocating for the composition of the Board of Directors to continue having a worker representative selected democratically by Grenlec workers. An amendment to the motion was proposed by Leader of Government's Business, Simon Steele.
Now therefore be it resolved that the Senate supports the Government of Grenada's efforts to develop and implement a strategy that will ensure the long-term viability of Grenlec, enabling it to best serve the people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique for generations to come, while contributing to mitigating the negative effects of climate change. And two, and that the Senate supports the Government of Grenada's position that citizens of Grenada should be given preference to purchase shares sold by the Government of Grenada in Grenlec.
Senator Steele says government has no intention of running Grenlec. Private sector Senator Christopher Dialli says while they support the motion in principle, since Grenlec is publicly traded, mixed messages will be sent to potential investors.
As a single one majority shareholder, and get me clearly, if I maintain 51% of the shares as a single majority shareholder, by virtue of that, I basically control the board and the appointees on the board. And there is no doubt about that. And if I do that, I basically control the company and a lot of its operations. And I don't think we want government to be the operator of this particular company based on its importance.
The motion was approved by the Senate with several amendments. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Cholana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. Grenada's homicide-free streak for the year 2021 came to an end on Monday morning after a brutal stabbing incident in the south of the island. One woman is dead while a man remains in police custody.
Our early investigation revealed that the accused has made a report to the South St. George police station prior to the incident this morning. The report revealed a sum of money that was owing to him by the deceased. The police at South St. George responded to his report, and an arrangement was made that a small sum be paid this afternoon. The police satisfied that the matter was properly handled and have left the scene. Subsequently, Mr. Frank is alleged to have used a knife and inflicted several stab wounds to the body of the victim.
Our online audience shared their opinions on the situation. Hazel commented, "This is so senseless. I hope Grenada has proper long-term counseling for her traumatized daughter." Janelle added, "If he did all of that, it was a premeditated crime of passion and has very little to do with the money owed to him. These men out here refuse to stand their losses when a woman moves on. It's either you're theirs or nobody's. So sad." Another individual commented, "This really hurts my heart. Some men are so wicked, like, boy, where is your heart? This young woman is damaged for life, and some folks need to do better than this. Not everything you have to video and put on the internet." Lorene wrote, "Now he's still not getting the $150 and he's going to sit up in Richmond Hill. How stupid." And Bianca commented, "I will always say this time and time again. The police system needs to start questioning people a bit deeper. It takes a lot for someone to come to the police station to make a report. Most times things are on the person's mind and they don't know how to control it anymore, so their silent thoughts are overpowering what's right. Asking one routine question does not determine how mentally unstable that person has gotten to the point of reaching out. It could be something that simple. I am not blaming the police for his actions because he's a fool for this. But over the past few years, many persons made reports, then killed straight after, which shows some activities been going on over a period of time." That's it for tonight.
Black mourning flags have been hoisted while the corporate and national flags are being flown at half-mast as Grenada Cooperative Bank mourns the passing of a man they describe as a visionary, leader, and mentor. Blossom Alexis Welsh has the details.
The Board of Directors, management, staff and customers at Grenada Cooperative Bank are speaking in glowing terms of Gordon V. Steele, OBE, a former managing director and member of the board of the financial institution who passed away last Friday. Mr. Steele devoted his entire working life to building Grenada's prestigious and sole indigenous commercial bank, having successfully steered the institution through 5 distinct decades. In an exclusive interview with GBN on Tuesday, current Managing Director at Cooperative Bank, Richard Duncan, described Mr. Steele as a leader and manager extraordinaire.
From the early days of everything being manual with one branch on Church Street to fully electronic with global reach has been a phenomenal stint on his path. He has seen the staff growth over the years from just under a dozen in his time to over 200 today. He has been not just a clerk, a supervisor, a manager, a managing director. He was also a director of the bank in his own right.
Mr. Duncan notes that apart from his financial acumen, he never forgot that the bank was founded as a penny bank for Grenada's ordinary people.
Of course, his years of wisdom, his ability to strike compromise at the level of the board, his understanding of the dynamics in management as well as on the board, those things obviously will be missed. But I think it is fair to say that he ensured that the bank had built enough capacity in the current leadership as well as on the board, such that his legacy of building a strong, noble, robust indigenous bank will live on.
Mr. Duncan says one of the pivotal decisions made by Mr. Steele almost 30 years ago paved the way for Co-op Bank's growth and advancement.
The record would show, in my view, that one of the most significant decisions that the bank has ever made, and obviously Mr. Steele had a role to play in that, was in 1992, when Royal Bank of Trinidad and Tobago made an uninvited and unwelcome attempt to purchase Grenada Cooperative Bank, arguing at the time that Cooperative Bank was too small, did not have the human resource capacity, could not afford the information technology to compete against First Caribbean, National Commercial Bank, Bank of Nova Scotia. That uninvited approach was repelled, rejected by Mr. Steele and the board of directors at the time. The history has been written that we not only acquired the human resources, the information technology, or the systems, but we have been able to bulk up in size to become the largest commercial bank in Grenada until there was an acquisition by another bank.
In 2007, Mr. Steele was conferred the honor of Officer of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, OBE, for his meritorious service to the banking industry in the state of Grenada. Blossom Alexis Welsh, GBN News.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Understanding our ocean is education for life. Encourage your students to learn about marine life, water quality, sea level rise. Let them explore sciences. Encourage them through field trips and scholarships. The more they know, the better they can protect our oceans from litter and climate change. Let them rise to the challenge. The ocean is our responsibility, their inheritance, their future.
This message brought to you by the OECS Commission with funding from the government of Norway. Remlit, tackling ocean pollution from turf to surf.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Trends come and go, but jewelry is forever in style. Give a gift that lasts a lifetime. Diamond Intercontinental have diamond jewelry, gold and silver jewelries, engagement rings, wedding bands, chains, bracelets, and so much more. They also carry brands such as Anne Klein and Guess. Why wait? Visit Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store at the Esplanade Mall. Call 440-231234. The number again, 232-1234.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Montreal, it's time to line virtually one more time. Gemma Rayburn Baines here for Spice Island Cultural Festival, a celebration of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. This summer's festival is a celebration of life with food, fashion, music, and culture. Join us online Saturday, July 10th, 3 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube at Spice Island Cultural Festival. Info, spiceislandculturalday.com.
Can you spend wisely and have more savings? Yes, you can. Learn more with Money Matters on GBN Television. The Money Matters series explores 12 top ways to save money. In this series, you would learn how to save by setting up your spending money right. Save on vehicle loans, home improvement projects, your credit cards, and even on prescription drugs. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 7:15 for Money Matters, a lighthearted conversation with financial planner Tali Francis. Follow the rebroadcast on Thursdays at 6:50 p.m. and on Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Money Matters is a financial literacy public awareness program sponsored by Republic Bank Grenada.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada, 20 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Those of you who stuck with us, thank you for your patience. Those of you just joining us, happy to have you. Thank you for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. All right, here's what's going to take place this morning. It was late, I think over the weekend. I met a little girl and she was like, Miss Blossom, you stop do trivia. So I had to explain to her that on Tuesdays we are broadcasting a series sponsored by Republic Bank called Money Matters on Tuesdays, which has kind of taken the space of Trivia Tuesday for now. It's a 12-part series. It's almost finished. So I thought, and then she said, well, I miss it. So I thought, okay, I'll try to see how I can accommodate a trivia during the week. And today I am going to do a trivia. So hold on, Blossom getting old. Amanda Batiste. Amanda Batiste. Good morning to you, Amanda, and I'm dedicating this trivia to you, dear heart, because you say you miss it. So this morning we're going to do Trivia Wednesday, and this morning we are going to focus on hurricane season. We are officially into the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. Started last week, Tuesday, June 1st. So that's what we're going to focus on this morning, the hurricane season. So that's the trivia today. Hurricane. Dun dun dun. That's my trivia. That's my trivia music. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's go. So let's get into this morning's trivia. The first question that I'm going to ask, I just give away the answer, you know. All right, so let's start with this one. A tropical storm becomes a hurricane when it involves winds that go how many miles per hour? A tropical storm becomes a hurricane when it involves winds that go how many miles per hour? That's the first question for Trivia Wednesday. The landline number 435-2041. The WhatsApp number, it's also 435-2041. Please, only written messages on WhatsApp. No voice or video calls, no YouTube links, no voice notes, no pictures, no videos, only written messages on WhatsApp. It won't take long to type in numbers and letters. And for the very first question, you don't need more than, let's say, 4 numbers. It's less than that, but all you know what I mean. You don't need more than 4 numbers, so you can take your time and type it out. A tropical storm becomes a hurricane when it involves winds that go how many miles per hour? Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how you do?
I'm good for a while, and you?
I'm good for a while as well.
Alright.
What do you think the answer is?
I think it's 74 miles per hour.
Say it again?
74 miles per hour.
Alright, hold on to that answer still. Alright. A tropical storm becomes a hurricane when it involves winds that go how many miles per hour? That's the very first question this morning. Social media coming in just now. Good morning, caller. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, baby. How you do?
Good.
What's your name?
Soraya.
Soraya, how are you?
Good.
Alright, what do you think the answer is?
74.
74? Okay, baby, hold on to that answer still, okay? Alright, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Alright. I tell Ollie I love the children. I think I love them more than the adults. Some all little stress me out. Some adults are stressed me out, but I love the children. Thank you once again for letting your children participate. Hopefully they are learning as well. So there we go. A tropical storm becomes a hurricane when it involves winds that go how many miles per hour? Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Good morning.
When it's above 75 miles per hour.
75?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you. I don't know why I feel I don't recognize your voice. I don't know why I feel you could trick me, but you can't. I am untrickable sometimes. All right, WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says above 75 miles per hour. Somebody else on WhatsApp says over 75. Another WhatsApper says, that WhatsApper delete the answer. No, don't panic. Who sing don't panic again? Candle say don't panic. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, baby. How are you?
I'm good.
What's your name?
Ariella.
Ariella. Where you calling from, Ariella?
Ravine.
Ravine. That's in Monge up there?
Yes.
Okay, baby. What do you think the answer is?
45.
45?
No, 75.
75. Okay, baby. Hold on to that answer still, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. A tropical storm. Hold on, I'm sticking it because I want to share a lot this morning. A tropical storm becomes a hurricane when it involves winds that go how many miles per hour? Let me see. Anything on YouTube? Facebook, nothing on Facebook. Back on WhatsApp, somebody on WhatsApp says 65 miles. Somebody else on WhatsApp says over 75 miles. Final caller for this question. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning.
How you do?
Not too bad, thank you.
All right, what do you think?
I would say anything over 100 miles an hour.
Over 100?
Yes.
All right, no problem. Hold on to that still. All right, so let's see. All right, so the question is, a tropical storm becomes a hurricane when it involves winds that go how many miles per hour? The answer, according to the officials that monitor these hurricanes, 74 miles per hour. 74. The difference between a tropical storm and a hurricane is wind speed. Tropical storms usually bring winds of 36 to 47 miles per hour, whereas hurricane wind speeds are at least 74 miles per hour. So the answer I'm looking for is 74. A tropical storm becomes a hurricane when it involves winds that go how many miles per hour? The answer is 74. So most of the callers were correct. All right, there we go. Next one that I am going to ask is, there was a nice little one that I saw, Right. Okay. So, let me see how I should phrase the question. All right. When the National Hurricane Center began officially naming storms in 1953, they were all female. However, when did this practice change? When the National Hurricane Center began giving official name to storms in 1953, all the storms were named female names. Poor women, When did this practice change? Again, the landline number 435-2041, the WhatsApp number 435-2041. Please, only written messages on WhatsApp. You can continue to answer the question on Facebook and and YouTube. When the National Hurricane Center began officially naming WhatsApp answer. When the Hurricane Center began officially naming storms in 1953, they were all given female names. When did this practice change? Somebody on WhatsApp says yesterday. And that's what they're saying, yesterday. All right, somebody, let me see, more WhatsApp. WhatsApper says 1978. This other WhatsApper says 1979. All right, let me hear what's on the landline. Good morning, caller. Morning, how are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Saraya.
Saraya, okay, Saraya, what do you think the answer is?
1974.
1974? Okay,
78.
78. Okay, baby, hold on to the answer still, okay? Bye-bye. Oh gosh, I love these children. All right, WhatsApp. Let me see where I reach on WhatsApp. No, I did 78. I did 79. Right. This person says 1989. This WhatsApper says after Hurricane Janet. Hurricane Janet was 55. So how long after Janet? Don't try to trick me. How long after Janet if it's after Janet? Janet was 55. So is it 56? All now is after Janet, eh? Don't try to trick me. So somebody else on WhatsApp says when the equal rights movement became active. I like all of it. Good morning, caller.
2004.
2004?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on to the answer still, okay? All right. Good morning to that WhatsApper, Equal Rights Movement WhatsApper. Bless up your whole self. Somebody says, when women stopped being frontish and stayed in the back. I feel it's a man that write that. I feel there's a male WhatsApper. Let me go back to the question for those of you who missed it. When the National Hurricane Center began giving official names to storms in 1953, they were all given female names. When did this practice end? All right, let me see. Facebook says 1983, and the person came back and said 1984. Let me see. Anything on YouTube? Nothing on YouTube. Back on WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says the practice ended when men became really, really wicked. Oh gosh, this is not a man versus woman fight. Oh, great, a weekly. All right, so the person that said it was after Hurricane Janet, they said the answer is 1956. All right, let me make one more pass and then we are going to, let me give the answer. Anything on, right? Somebody on Facebook says 1978. All right, so let me give you the answer. When the National Hurricane Center began giving official names to storms in 1953, they were all female. This practice of using only women's names ended in 1978. 1978 is the answer that I was looking for. So the 1979 hurricane season is when they started alternating between male and female. So the practice ended in 78. 79 they started using male and female names. Hurricanes are named alphabetically with female and male names alternating. So a man, the first one, woman the second one, man the third, and so on and so forth. So that practice started in 1979. See, I'm teaching all the things in the dance. All right, let me go. Next question. What is the name? And this one is multiple choice. Oh, look, I'm coming through in the dance. Multiple choice. What is the name hurricane derived from? What is the name hurricane derived from? A. Sugarcane. B. A cabal god of evil. C. A philosopher in ancient Rome. Or D. An alcoholic drink. What is the name hurricane derived from? Is it A. From sugarcane? B. A cabal god of evil? C. A philosopher in ancient Rome? Or was it D. An alcoholic drink? What is the name hurricane derived from? Let me know what you think it is. The landline number once again, 435-2041. That's also WhatsApp. So far so good on the WhatsApp. No calls on the WhatsApp. Big up all the whole self. And continue to answer on Facebook and YouTube. What is the name hurricane derived from? Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, how you do?
Good.
All right, what do you think the answer is?
A. Sugarcane.
Sugarcane? All right, hold on to that still. All right. What is the name hurricane derived from? A. Sugarcane. B. A cabal god of evil. C. A philosopher in ancient Rome. D. An alcoholic drink. Let me see what is on WhatsApp. I just said we was doing good on the WhatsApp, and no calls on the WhatsApp, please. All right, so what's lost? All we get it up. So 1, 2, 3, 4 answers say B, which is a cabal god of evil. This person says sugarcane. The heavy wind hurried the cane. And next WhatsApper says from Cain when he killed Abel. Somebody said they put in an answer E, a woman. But y'all wicked. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 more answers say B, a cabal god of evil. Let me hear what the scholar is saying. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, how you do?
How are you? Okay, ma'am. Fine.
All right.
B, the answer is B.
Why B?
Because I believe that the Carib called they had a god, and the god was called Arakan. And hence the reason why we have the name hurricane. The god name was Arakan, and they was fearful of it.
Okay.
So, I believe so.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. What's coming through with the information? All right, let's go. Let me see. Anybody on YouTube? YouTube says hurricane is from the god Huracan. Good morning, Florida, USA. Somebody tuned in from Florida. Facebook says B, the cabal god of evil. Somebody says D, which is a philosopher in ancient Rome. This person says B. Another person says evil spirit in the wind. Back on WhatsApp. Oh gosh, sorry. Somebody says the word hurricane derived from Donald Trump's hair. How are you so? Why are they like that? Why my people like that? Let me take the final caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Good morning, how you do?
I'm alright for the time.
Alright, what do I think the answer is?
B.
B?
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, so most of you were correct. The answer is B, a cabal god of evil. And the gentleman's explanation, not the last caller, the previous one, he is correct. The hurricane or hurricane, the word hurricane got its name from the Carib Indians' god of evil. Hold on, let me get it. The word hurricane is derived from hurricane, the Carib Indians' god of evil. So he is correct. Thank you very much, sir, for your explanation, coming through with the information. I like saying information. All right, let me go again. Next question. Right, so I got the answer. The correct answer is B, a cabal god of evil. Let me go. Next question. Right, specific names of hurricanes are retired when what happens? Specific names of hurricanes are retired when what happens? Retired as in would no longer be used for future hurricane seasons. Why are they retired? Specific names of hurricanes are retired when what happens? There we go. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, how you do?
I'm okay.
What do you think the answer is?
After they cause mass destruction.
Mass destruction?
Yeah, they're very category 5, 4, and so they don't repeat the names.
All right, hold on to that still.
All right.
Okay. Specific names of hurricanes are retired when what happens? Let's see. YouTube, Facebook. Camera, behave yourself. Right. WhatsApp says when it is devastating. Somebody simply said when the hurricane is too bad. Another WhatsApp, when they are very destructive, massive destruction, when they are considered dangerous, when they become disastrous. Somebody says when they cause death based on the mass destruction they made, such as Janet. Another WhatsApper says when the hurricane when the hurricane bad as he has. Good morning, caller. Good morning. Buenos dias. Alright, we lost that one. Lost when the hurricane bad as he has. The question again, where is it? Specific names of hurricanes are retired when what happens? When the hurricane is real bad and killed many people in various lands. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, miss the hurricane, the gods of Haiti, they used to the god was called Semi, and when the hurricane comes, Semi and them used to see the hurricane, and they used to call, and the gods used to pray, and the hurricane used to go away and things. That was in the 80s, in the early. Yeah, miss.
Okay, thank you.
All
right. I saw that comment. Hold on. I just see something on about that same Haiti thing on, I think it was Facebook. Hold on, let me look. Facebook, all right. Somebody on Facebook is on your path, caller, saying that the gods of Haiti saw hurricane. The gods was named Semi. Maybe it's you that just called. When the hurricanes came, they prayed and they were washed away. Well, maybe it's the same caller about the Haiti explanation. I haven't seen that one, to be honest, so I would research. I'm not saying you're right, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'll research about the god of Haiti, Semi, and see exactly what was taking place by day so. But back to the question, the specific names of hurricanes are retired when what happens? Facebookers say when the hurricane was extremely destructive. Specific names are retired when the hurricanes are deadly or destructive. WhatsApp says, where reached by the WhatsApp, the names are retired after making landfall and causing much damage, unlike many politicians. Volume more bad one more time, eh? When they cause massive loss of life and property, bad as he has. When there is massive destruction, when they get real destructive, that's why my family can't use. It's not me, it's the WhatsAppers. They have no behavior. Somebody on WhatsApp says they are retired when they get real destructive. That's why my family can't use over my children's names. Oh gosh, alas, I can't take it at all. It is what it is. Somebody else on WhatsApp says when it is devastating, smart scientists take a vote. And another WhatsApper says when they cause catastrophic damage, category 5, or when they have reached category 5. So all of you are correct. Yes, all. I think all of you are correct. The question is, specific names of hurricanes are retired when what happens? And the answer is when the hurricanes are particularly devastating, destructive, disastrous, bad as yes. When they cause massive destruction. According to the scientists and officials, the names are retired to save future, not generations, but from bringing up the bad memories, especially when they've caused death and destruction. Hearing of another hurricane coming with the same name would cause anxiety in some people, panic attacks, and bring back the bad memories of when the hurricane was destructive. So to save people from bringing up those bad memories, they just retire the name altogether so that you don't have to go through that again, except on the anniversary, like when we commemorate Ivan's when Ivan made landfall and so on and so forth. But Ivan's name has been retired. I think Janet has been retired. Hurricane Katrina, the name Katrina has been retired following its devastation because they don't want to bring back the bad memories for people. Yep. All right. Hold on. Let me see if Traffic Cam has started to see if I have time for final questions. All right, so Traffic Cam ain't started yet. So let me go back to possibly the final question. The final question that I am going to give is right. What is the deadliest hurricane on record? The deadliest hurricane on record. Okay, let me make it a little easier for you and give you some option. Multiple choice again. Multiple choice in the dance. What is the deadliest hurricane on record? Is it A, Hurricane Andrew, B, the Galveston hurricane of 1900, or the Lake Okeechobee of 1928? So is it Hurricane Andrew, the Galveston hurricane of 1900, the Lake Okeechobee of 1929 hurricane? That was prior to when they started to name them. That's why they have those two specifically, Lake Okeechobee and the Galveston. That's why they have where they made the landfall or where they caused destruction. That was prior to naming hurricanes. So the options for the deadliest hurricane on record: Hurricane Andrew, the Lake Okeechobee hurricane of 1928, the Galveston hurricane of 1900, and let me give you a D. Hurricanes are friendly. Spice it up now. Which is the deadliest hurricane on record? Let me go. YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp. WhatsApp says WhatsApp says Hurricane Andrew. Somebody else says Hurricane Andrew. This person says the Lake Okeechobee hurricane of 1928. What is the deadliest hurricane on record? Landline? All right, the landliners don't know, man. This person on WhatsApp says it was the Galveston hurricane of 1900. Let me see what this 49 person saying. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, how you do?
Good.
What do you think the answer is?
The Great Galveston hurricane of 900.
Okay, all right. Hold on to that still, okay?
Yeah.
All right. All right, I think Traffic Cam about to start, so let me wind it down. Let me give all of the answer one time, same time. Let me go back on the social media to make sure I miss nobody. Somebody on YouTube says the Galveston hurricane of 1900. Somebody on Facebook, Hurricane Andrew. Somebody says the Okeechobee hurricane of 1928, and this person says Mitch in 1998. What's up? Galveston hurricane. Galveston must be the great one, cause it great. This person says Hurricane Keith. Why all you like that? The answer that I am looking for is the Galveston hurricane of 1900. I had the information here of how many people were killed. How much? Many people were killed. Right. The deadliest hurricane on record was a Category 4 that hit Galveston, Texas on September 8th, 1900. Some 8,000 people lost their lives when the island was destroyed by 15-foot waves and 130-mile-per-hour winds. 8,000 people lost their lives in the Galveston hurricane of 1900, making it the deadliest hurricane on record. All right, it is now time for me. Let me take a very quick, busy break, and then we're going to come back and join Just School Media for this morning's traffic cam. And this morning, he's in the sky. We'll be right back.
Rubigas. Get cooking. Rubigas. Clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG. Clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas?
Get Rubis. Get going.
We now join Just School Media for this morning's traffic cam, and from what I'm seeing, he's in the sky and he's over just over the Kirani James Athletic Stadium area. So let's hear what's happening on the outside. Take it away.
We're seeing currently there is a build-up of traffic along the Melville Street area. As commuters travel to school and work this morning. At the moment we are directly overlooking the roundabout outside of Lacquer Brothers Crematorium. Also, motorists, when you're driving, please look out for pedestrians, because there are some areas where there is no pedestrian crossing, but you got to look out for pedestrians because sometimes they will also like to cross the road. And also remember, when you're approaching a school zone, approach with caution. So now we will turn around and we will have a look at vehicle. We are looking over the St. George's Cemetery this morning, and now we are turning around to look at the traffic coming alongside the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Traffic coming from Cherry Hill, not much traffic. We are looking at the sea. You're seeing the famous Green Bridge. So many of us have stories of the famous Green Bridge after sports, after intercall, after activities in the stadium, walking along the Green Bridge. So we see not much traffic coming from Cherry Hill at this time. So now we look at what's happening on Melville Street. And as we do the turnaround, you are looking at the Wilberforce Cemetery, the St. George's Center Cemetery. You have Lacquer Brothers Crematorium. And now we are going over onto Melville Street. Let's see what the traffic condition is like on Melville Street. Right, we see at the moment there's a lot of traffic on Melville Street going into the tongue of St. George. So motorists will expect traffic delay going into the tongue of St. George. So So we can see the buildup of traffic right there. So it's Wednesday, it's midweek, it's the 9th day of June. Midweek, mid-month, the middle of the year, the 9th month, the 9th day of June. So we see, if we look directly down, we see there is traffic delay going into the town of St. George. Not congested, but slow moving traffic this morning. We're looking at the St. George's fish market. See a boat is driving out, going to sea. That's another way of transportation by the sea. And we're seeing the cruise ship terminal is empty at the moment. Since last year, no cruise ship. So hopefully they'll resume sometime soon. So we can see some economic activity in our country with tourists coming in. So let's make a turn around. We are directly over Lacroix Brothers Crematorium. Not much traffic on the River Road end at the moment. And we see an increase in traffic coming down from Cherry Hill. Outside of the Kirani Grenada Stadium, we see an increase in traffic, because our last view there was not much traffic at all, but now we see an increase in traffic. We also have a beautiful view of the two stadiums, the Kirani Gymnastic Stadium and the National Cricket Stadium. So also just to remind you, at Just School we also do a lot of drone mapping for real estate, agriculture, so you can check Just School. We also do wedding, graduations, maternity photos, and we also do live streaming of funeral services all over Grenada. And we also work with all the funeral homes, Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home, Bailey's Funeral Home, and Wayne's Funeral Home. So whatever your photography needs is, you can check Just School. Now see, not much traffic coming down Cherry Hill this morning into St. George's. Also, we've seen an increase in traffic coming along the River Road between the Center Cemetery and the Wilberforce Cemetery. And not much traffic going up Cemetery Hill as well. But where the traffic is traffic going into St. George's via the Melville Street area. Via the Melville Street. Traffic going into St. George's via Melville Street. So Wednesday morning traffic cam from the cockpit of Just School Media. Just School in collaboration with GBN. Beautiful view of the town of St. George. So we are overlooking Melville Street. That's where the Majority of traffic is this morning getting into the town of St. George via Melville Street. Also, you have traffic going up Cemetery Hill to get onto Lucas Street. If you don't have to come in the town of St. George, you can bypass the town of St. George and use a detour.
Thank you once again to Junior Checkley for this morning's traffic cam. Like he said, it is slow moving traffic getting into town proper. I always like that term. Getting into town proper into the town of St. George's. It's slow moving. It's not backed up traffic. You can get into town, but it'll just be a slow trek, a slow process, a slow progress. There's no traffic outside the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on that stretch of road there. According to Junior, there's traffic going up Cemetery Hill. So if you want to avoid the town, if you can do so. Save yourself the congestion and save other drivers as well. Go up Cemetery Hill if you don't need to get into town proper. So that's what the traffic is looking like out there in the Queen's Park Keep Left area. So keep that in mind as you travel to and from St. George's at this hour. Every Monday, Wednesday morning, 7:45, we bring you Traffic Cam, a collaboration between Just School Media and the GBN. All right, it is now time for us to end the televised program for this morning's Good Morning Grenada. Remember, at 9 o'clock, there will be Note to the Point this morning as we facilitate the broadcast of the press conference facilitated by Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. He is continuing his monthly engagement with members of the media this morning. I am not sure which media houses or freelancers will be represented at this morning's news conference. When we tune in at 9, I guess we'll see. So be sure to stick and stay right here on the GBN. We will be broadcasting the proceedings on GBN platforms at 9 o'clock. And in the meantime, let's get ready for the BBC's 8 a.m. newscast. Enjoy the rest of your wonderful Wednesday. Bye, people.
Come on, let your big and heavy. Let's go. Come on. Somebody make some noise in here. Come on, catch it, Jehovah. I trust in you. Oh Lord, say it. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you. I trust in you. I believe, say it, everybody say it. I believe you. I trust. Come on. In you. Oh Lord, y'all got your part over here. I can't hear you. Come on, say it. I trust. Say it. In you. I believe, say it. I believe.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.